Hello PowerSchool users, this is Marie Henderson. In this video we're going to look at how to create an assignment in PowerTeacher Pro. And so I logged into PowerSchool and then I navigated here to PowerTeacher Pro and I'm going to click plus create here in the top right corner and select assignment from the menu that appears. And this little window is going to pop up and I'm going to be able to give my assignment a name. So for the purposes of this example, I'm going to call this Delete Me. And then here at the top, I need to select which classes my assignment is for. And so since I only have one class that I use for training purposes, I need to select it here from the list. But you can select any classes from the list that you teach. Make sure that you select classes from the correct semester. And so you can click anywhere out of that menu in order to get the drop down to go away. And then you want to move down and select the category that your assignment goes with. And any category that you've made active over in your list of categories is available here. So I'm going to select classwork for the moment. And then you get to select what score type is available. Points, percent, letter, or collected only, and then the number of points that you want the assignment to be worth. And if you're so inclined, you can also add in extra points for this assignment, or you can weight the assignment. I want to point out that if you're planning to give extra credit for the assignment in any fashion, if you want to enter a score that is more than what you put in this box for any student for this assignment, they need to go ahead and click extra points and add those here. So if you're planning to give the kids an extra point if they do a bonus problem of some sort, then you want to put that extra point in here so that your max entry is large enough. Otherwise, it will not accept a score of 6 on an assignment that's only worth 5 points. Next, you want to make sure that the assignment is checked to count in the final grade, unless you're doing some sort of an assignment where you're just trying to keep track of data and it is not supposed to be counted in the final grade. From this next line, you want to select the due date. If you click on the calendar icon, you can select the due date from this calendar that appears. So maybe it's due this first Friday that we're in school. And then you can come down here and you can give your assignment a description. You have lots of options for adding other information up here as well and formatting the text that you add here, which could be beneficial to students based on what you're trying to communicate to them. Across the top, you have the option of selecting which students this assignment is published for. And so if I click on the Students tab, I have my list here of students. And to begin with, it's showing all the students that are selected, but if I want to add or remove any students from this assignment, I can click on the Add or Remove Students tab and uncheck the box next to any student's name so that it's not calculated in the final grade of that student. Currently, we're not using the standards options that are available here in PowerSchool, so you can skip that tab and move on to the Publish tab, where you get to decide when the assignment's going to show up for your students and families. And so here, where it says by default immediately, I can instead include on a specific date, where it's going to let me pick the date that that assignment's going to show up in PowerSchool, or I can pick days before the due date. And so since this is set to publish on the due date, which is the 28th, if I pick that it's going to be 2 days before the due date, then you'll notice it switches up to the 26th. And then on the due date, or I can decide that this is never going to publish. And if you're simply collecting data about students in some way, shape, or form, maybe it's not something they need to see. Maybe it's the number of the textbook you're checking out to them, and it's just something you need to record, but not something that students need to see. And so you have the option of selecting never. Either way, when you're finished, you want to click to save and close. And then if you ever need to make changes to that assignment, if you click the pencil here at the end of the row, you can edit it. And that's especially important because when you edit an assignment, you have the chance to duplicate it, which is great because it saves you all the work of creating a new assignment. And so if I click here to duplicate, it always adds a 1 to the end of the name of your assignment, but you can switch that and add something else, delete us maybe. However you want to rename that assignment appropriately and then give it an appropriate due date, but you can leave all the other settings the same and then you can click to save and close. And now we have both assignments listed here. As always, if you need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks and have a great day.